Citi
News.
.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Prime News. The news is live from our studio at Adabraka here in Accra. Coming up, suspect in the killing of immigration officer at Kwabena rearrested and charged with murder.
In the face of these pieces of evidence, the suspect who was initially charged with kidnapping has since been rearrested and formally charged with murder. He is currently on remand following his appearance before the Adabraka District Court.
Also on the Citi Prime News, students of Kimbo Senior High Technical School subjected to thorough search after the fatal stabbing of a student last week. Still ahead, Public Utilities Regulatory Commission in the Northern Region appeals to striking utility workers to exempt key public institutions from withdrawal of outdoor services.
And the government, within 6 months, they have increased electricity tariffs by 16.45%.
And later on the Citi Prime News, the race is on for that 10,000 Citi prize money and trophy as Citi FM and Channel 1 TV announced top 50 finalists for this year's Literacy Challenge.
Odai Samuel Otu, Glorious Child School, that's in Greater Accra. Then we have Hubert Asiedu Lutrot, Wellspring School. Then we have Kwating Ekia in Chua, Christ the King International School.
All that and more on the Citi Prime News, which is live around the globe on citinewsroom.com. In the Upper West region, we're heard live on Tupani Radio 88.5 FM in Nadoli. In Drapa, we are on 96.1 FM in Drapa. In Upper East region, we are in Rekas 92.1 FM in Bongo Namum. In the Northern region, we are North Star Radio 92.1 FM in Tamale. In the Northeast region, we're heard on Nobia FM 98.1 FM in Nalerugu. And in the Western region, we're live on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM, both in Takrade.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome to the program. I am Charles Osukumi. Let's now get into the details of our stories. And the main suspect in the murder of immigration officer Stephen Kinamua at Kwabena, Brightaway, has been rearrested and formally charged with murder by the Ghana Police Service. Stephen Kinamua's charred body was discovered on July 9, 2025 in a gutter near GBC Satellite opposite Comet Estate in Accra. The suspect, who was initially arrested for kidnapping, had his charge upgraded to murder following new forensic evidence uncovered at his residence. Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, COP Lydia Yakudonko, told journalists the suspect has been remanded into custody and is expected to reappear before the Adabraka District Court on August 8, 2025. The police say a manhunt is also underway for other accomplices believed to be linked to the crime.
The investigation took a decisive turn on 16 July 2025 when the CID, supported by officers from the counter-terrorism unit and the Kwabena District Police, visited the suspect's residence. A forensic inspection revealed the following: blood stains in the living room and evidence of attempted cleanup, freshly sprayed walls, and empty can of sprayed paint. On 24 July, police obtained a warrant from the court to search a particular room in the suspect's house. A search in the room revealed more blood stains which were photographed and samples were collected for forensic analysis. Police also impounded the suspect's vehicle in which some blood stains were also seen and same was collected for analysis. I wish to state that the initial blood samples collected have tested positive for human blood. To aid the investigation, the deceased mother and son have provided samples for DNA profiling. In the face of these pieces of evidence, the suspect, who was initially charged with kidnapping, has since been rearrested and formally charged with murder. He is currently on remand following his appearance before the Adabraka District Court and is scheduled to reappear on 8 August 2025. A special operation is currently underway to identify and arrest his accomplices, and we are following other vital leads to gather all necessary evidence against the suspect and his accomplices.
Now, in a related development, the Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with the FBI, Interpol, and other transnational agencies, has recovered 43 stolen vehicles from overseas. Out of the total, 18 vehicles are to be repatriated to their countries of origin following a court order.
Effective collaboration has resulted in the recovery of 43 vehicles stolen from abroad and brought into the country between January and July 2025. These 43 vehicles are mainly high-value luxurious vehicles such as Rolls-Royce, Audi Q8, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, etc., stolen from countries such as the Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Canada, USA, Germany, Italy, and France. Out of the 43 vehicles that have been impounded, investigations have been completed, and the courts have ordered that 18 of them should be repatriated back to the countries of origin. 8 have already been repatriated, while 10 are pending repatriation. Cases on the remaining 25 are still pending in courts. It is important to note that for every vehicle that is impounded, thorough investigations are carried out and the importers are given the opportunity to provide proof of ownership of purchase of the vehicles from the countries of origin. It is sad to note that in almost all the cases mentioned above, those who clear the vehicles in Ghana are unable to provide proof of ownership or purchase of the vehicles from the country of origin prior to their importation into Ghana.
You heard COP Lydia Yakodonko, the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service. Away from crime, the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, says it is still in talks with the Ghana Education Service and community leaders to ensure the safety of 2025 WASI candidates in conflict-ridden zones, particularly Boku and Nkwanta. The 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination is scheduled to begin today to Friday, September 19, 2025. However, recent chieftaincy clashes have led to the closure of some second cycle institutions in those areas. Now, speaking to Citi News, Head of Public Affairs of WAEC, John Kapi, says the council is exploring alternative arrangements to ensure that candidates in affected areas can still write the exams even if the violence continues.
So we are in constant touch with the Ghana Education Service and also with the local authorities within these areas where the conflicts are taking place. And as and when they advise, we would, comply, of course, with the assistance of these agencies I've mentioned to ensure that the candidates are able to write the examination in such an atmosphere that nothing would affect them adversely. Certainly some interactions have gone on. These are not things that we want to make public yet. There are a lot of interested parties across the country regarding these conflicts, and so one has to be very circumspect in the way we speak about certain issues. But certainly, we are in touch with them. Meetings have been, interactions have been held, and so I believe that as and when we have to take some decisions, those decisions will be taken in the interest of the candidates who are going to write the examination.
John Kapi further states that the council is fully prepared for the exam and cautions students to refrain from examination malpractices or risk facing severe penalties.
We are adequately prepared and we are ready to roll out the examinations as previously advertised. We have materials all printed out as and when the time is due. So I would say yes, WAEC is ready to conduct the examinations. Well, you would notice that during the conduct of the BEC, we increase our monitoring across the country. We are going to again deploy staff of the council. We would also have some personnel from the Ghana Education Service assisting us. We have the security agencies. Well, for those who have foreign material on them, once those are discovered, their statements are taken, and then appropriate penalties will be applied. When it comes to mobile phone, infractions, that one also the penalties are there. You have your entire results cancelled. Those who may want to be, stubborn or recalcitrant, any assault on any examination official also has its own penalties. Your entire results will be cancelled and be barred for a period not less than 2 years.
John Kapi is head of public affairs of the West African Examinations Council. Now, away from that, students of Kimbu Senior High Technical School were subjected to a search by school authorities earlier today before being allowed into the premises. Now, this follows the alleged stabbing and killing of a student, Adib Al-Hassan, by a colleague during a disagreement on Thursday, July 31. The search aimed to retrieve unauthorized items such as knives and mobile phones. Students wearing unprescribed attire or with bushy hair were also denied entry into the school. In some other news, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association says it is working to ensure the safety of its members in the Boko Enclave. Now, this follows renewed violence in the Upper East region, where ongoing ethnic clashes have claimed several lives. Speaking to Citi News, President of the association, Perpetual Furiampofo, says the association is collaborating with district and regional health authorities to find immediate solutions while reiterating calls for the evacuation of members to ensure their safety.
So they understand clearly, the employers made us understand that they understand clearly the situation in the area, and I'm speaking specifically about Ghana Health Service. So they are putting measures in place to safeguard the lives of the nurses and midwives and other health workers there. We are also monitoring. We are liaising with our regional chairman and the district chairman for Boko, and getting to understand better the situation of the nurses and midwives there. And we are assuring them and also advising them on one or two things. So we are looking up to the employer to evacuate them, as it were, so that they are not put in harm's way by virtue of the fact that they want to avail themselves to work.
That was Perpetual Oforiampofo, the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Let's now do some politics. There is heavy police presence at the GCD Walker Club in Akwatia as 1,076 delegates cast their votes to elect an NDC parliamentary candidate for the upcoming September 2 by-election. Officers from Enyinem, Kwabeng, Asamankese, Suhum, Kade and Akimoda have been deployed to support local police and ensure a peaceful exercise. Several checkpoints have been set up with thorough security checks underway. Eastern Regional NDC Chairman Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo commenced the process and expressed confidence that any of the aspirants can secure the seat for the NDC.
And we are so confident that anybody that is elected today is effectively the MP for Akwatia. And as you can see, the place is calm, quiet. Nobody is throwing tantrums. Nobody is raising any issue. We have allowed the process to go on smoothly. The Electoral Commission, as you can see, has set up. The delegates are dripping in quietly to vote. At the end of the day, we are not handpicking anybody and forcing the person on the people of Akwatia. We are not doing CCC as some other people did. We are allowing the delegates themselves to elect who they think should represent Akwatia. And I think that is what democracy is about.
You heard Eastern Regional Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo. Meanwhile, the Eastern Regional Minister, who doubles as the chairperson for the Regional Security Council, Rita Kusiawate, who praised the peaceful nature of the process, assured that the September 2 by-election will be smooth and peaceful.
Dreamt about yesterday that the place is just going to be quiet, and of course the place is so quiet, and we are almost done. I think what you are seeing today is just what is going to, it's a replica of what is going to happen on the 2nd of September. And we are just telling the people of Akwatia that the 3 people that we have given to them are our own. And anyone they give to us as a regional minister, going to support the party to make sure we take our seats. The seat of Akwatia belongs to us. And with the current events that are going on, and the MPP not able to do what the people really want, just handpicking somebody for the people. We believe we are doing the best. The peace that we are talking about is a peace that will make the people happy. And once the people of Akwatia are able to give us somebody today, somebody we are not imposing on them, we believe 2nd of September is going to be as peaceful and even more peaceful than this.
You are still That was the Eastern Regional Minister, who also doubles as the chairperson for the Regional Security Council, Rita Akosua Awati. You're still listening to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. We're live from our studios in Adabraka here in Accra. Across the country, we're on Focus 94.3 FM in the Ashanti region on KNUC campus in Kumasi. We're also on Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we're on Stella Radio 97.1 FM in Dabala. Also, we're on Holy FM 98.5 FM in Aflao. In the Savannah region, we're on Kasha 99.5 FM in Damogo, and in the Bono region, we're on Greena 95.9 FM. Still ahead, the race is on for the 10,000 Citi prize money and trophy as Citi FM and Channel 1 TV announce top 50 finalists for this year's Literacy Challenge. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana? Eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025, a celebration of excellence in locally made goods and services. This year's exhibition brings together the very best that Ghana has to offer. From timeless traditional crafts to cutting-edge innovations, the This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, this is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. Join us in championing Ghanaian talent, creativity, and authenticity. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining Made in Ghana across every sector. The dates: Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through to 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the Info Sutherland Children's Park. For inquiries or participation details, call us on 0205 973 973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Welcome back. This is the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. Let's do some more stories now. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission in the Northern Region is urging striking utility workers to exempt essential public institutions from the ongoing withdrawal of field services. The action by staff of the Volta River Authority and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company follows the assault of some workers by a youth group in Tamale last Wednesday. In an interview with Citi News, the PURC Regional Manager Ali Simon Jarana condemned the attack, expressed sympathy, and appealed for uninterrupted services to critical institutions.
We feel as a regulator that we are out there to protect the interests of both consumers and that of the utilities, the utility service provider. We have decided that we appeal to NETCO to exempt some specialized institutions within the Greater Tamale in the wake of their suspension of outdoor activities in the Greater Tamale metropolis. And some of these institutions include the Ghana Airport Company, which is a security installation in the Greater Tamale metropolis. We are also requesting that they exempt all health facilities within the Greater Tamale metropolis, and then we are also calling on them to exempt educational institutions, training colleges, universities, secondary schools, etc., within the Greater Tamale metropolis. And also, more importantly, we have a water treatment plant also within the Greater Tamale metropolis. So the Commission has commenced stakeholder engagement. We are in talks with the Gupena Chiefs Palace. We are also rolling out a roadmap to engage NETCO, the local union, the NETCO here, and even the management at the area as well. We have just rolled out that roadmap.
That was Ali Simon Jarana, the Northern Regional Manager of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. Now, meanwhile, officials of the Energy Ministry and security agencies will embark on a visit to Tamale in the northern region tomorrow. Now, the visit is part of efforts by the ministry to address the concerns of staff and ensure their safety while working towards a lasting solution. Let's now head to the presidency. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the Ministers for Interior, Transport and Foreign Affairs to fast-track the implementation of e-visa services in Ghana. The directive follows the commissioning of the Air Navigation Services and the Multi-Agency Command Center for Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record Systems. Speaking at the event, President Mahama says the systems will enhance the handling of passenger and travel document data, paving the way for a smooth e-visa rollout.
The introduction of the API and PNR systems provides a strong digital platform on which other critical services can be integrated. And that's why I'm directing the honorable ministers responsible for Interior, Transport and Foreign Affairs to collaborate to ensure that this platform is expanded to enable us quickly implement the long-awaited e-visa services for the country. I'm charging them to extend this system to cover both the sea and land border posts, integration with our e-gate systems, and the adoption of the capabilities to extend to perform the advanced cargo information system, also for the benefits of our customs.
Additionally, President Mahama says the advanced passenger information and passenger name record systems will be key in combating crime, terrorism, and advancing safety in the aviation industry.
Beyond the physical infrastructure, today's launch of the advanced passenger information and passenger name record system signifies a technological and strategic leap forward. With the API and PNR systems, Ghana joins a growing list of countries that are complying with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2178, Annex 9 of the International Civil Aviation Organization global frameworks that enhance border security, counter-terrorism, and safe mobility. The importance of these systems cannot be overstated. They will enable our security agencies, one, to collect and process passenger data in real time, identify potential threats before arrival or departure, streamline immigration and custom procedures, and enhance the overall efficiency and security of air travel.
That was President John Dramani Mahama. Now to some stories relating the impasse between DSTV and the Communications Ministry, because a member of the NDC's Legal and Communications team, Victor Kwajoga Adaudu, is calling on MultiChoice Ghana to engage constructively with the Ministry of Communications over its subscription pricing. His comments follow a directive from the minister instructing the NCA to suspend the company's license if prices aren't reduced by August 7. Now, speaking on Channel 1 TV's Breakfast Daily program, Victor Adaudu stressed the need for dialogue, urging both sides to consider each other's challenges and work towards a balanced resolution.
I think that, yes, we expect that is what he has said. But they should also be able to persuade him to see the challenges, the difficulties they have, the prices, the structure, maybe the cost, and what they have to do, you know. So I think that the minister should also see it in that light, that he was the owner of the DSTV and others. How will they be? I'm sure that then maybe there should be challenges, should be communicated, it should be articulated well for him to understand. But I think he is coming from the angle of being a regulator and says, if I'm the regulator, this is what I want to do. But I think that when two people fight, we all get scars.
Right.
We will get scars as this thing, DSTV will get scars. I don't think that's where we want to get to. And I think that there should be constructive engagement, as he said. There should be positive feedback. And I'm sure this.
You heard a member of the NDC's Legal and Communications team, Victor Kwajoga Adaudu. Meanwhile, former Member of Parliament for Kaikwe North, Hussein Issa, has appealed to the Minister for Communications and Digitalization to adopt a more diplomatic approach in engaging MultiChoice Ghana over concerns about DSTV subscription pricing.
I think that the minister should actually tone down. That's what I think. I think he should employ more diplomatic ways in resolving this issue. Look, he's made very cogent points. The dollar itself is depreciated against the cedi over the last couple of months. That's true. Inflation is coming down. I don't know the relationship of DSTV rates to inflation, because I'm not too sure if subscription to DSTV is included in the basket of goods that determines the inflation rate at any point in time. I'm not too sure whether DSTV is in there. And because for a lot of Ghanaians, I think probably us in the urban areas have issues. But I mean, you go to a rural place, I'm sure one DSTV subscription in a communal place will suffice for people who want to watch.
That was former Member of Parliament for Okankwe North, Fuseni Issa. In some other news, investigations by the Ghana National Fire Service are underway following a fire that swept through the Accra Tourist Information Centre at dawn. While the full extent of the damage is yet to be assessed, Citi News can confirm that several offices, including the main reception area, have been completely destroyed. No casualties have been reported, and the fire has since been brought under control. The exact cause remains unknown, but President of Pan-Africa Ghana, Ras Caleb Apia Levi, whose office was completely burnt, suspects a gas explosion in one of the offices may have triggered the blaze.
Also implore my colleagues who also have a rented place here, including the Ghana Tourism Authority itself, because it's their property that has got burned. They didn't do it, you know. It's a client or a tenant whose mishap brought all this kind of fire outbreak. I learned that it was a gas cylinder, you know, which belongs to Reggie Rockstone's Watch's place, you know, because he has an office here. I mean, a restaurant here selling Watches. You know, I was very much concerned that, you know, the kitchen has to be situated here. You know, I would have wished that you had the kitchen outside this premises, then they bring the food here. I think from henceforth that needs to be done if you want to operate here. But I'm not against him because he didn't intentionally plan for that thing to happen. So it's a mishap.
That was the president of Pan-Africa Ghana, Ras Caleb Apia Levi. Now, to some exciting news, Citi FM and Channel 1 TV have unveiled the top 50 candidates for the 2025 edition of the Literacy Challenge, a competition designed to identify and reward the most outstanding junior high school students. The finalists were announced live on the Citi Breakfast Show on Citi FM this morning, following a highly competitive essay phase. Here is Apiako Seram Ashong Abe, head of programs production at Channel 1 TV, announcing some of the shortlisted candidates.
Odai Samuel Otu, Glorious Child School, that's in Greater Accra. Then we have Hubert Asiedu Lutrot, Wellspring School, that we already heard that someone is from there. Ajapong Nanefwa Ofusua, Blessed Redeemer Preparatory School, and that's in Ofanko.
Also in the Greater Accra region.
Oh, sorry, that's in Nkoko.
Nkoko,
yes.
Blessed Redeemer.
Nkoko, yes, that's in Nkoko. So that's Eastern region. Okay. Then we have Kwating Ekia in Chua, Christ the King International School.
All right, that's it here. Those are the 50 with a nice spread. They are to meet for an aptitude test on Saturday, the 9th of August, to whittle down the list to 10. And the 10 will take part in a quiz competition to crown the ultimate winner of the Literacy Challenge.
Well, you had the head of programs production at Channel 1 TV, Apiako Seram Ashang Abi, announcing some of the top 50 candidates for the 2025 edition of the Literacy Challenge. You also had host of the Citi Breakfast Show, Bernard Avle, announcing the next phase of the competition, which is an aptitude test to take place on Saturday, August 9 at the British Council here in Accra. Now, the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana is calling for a coordinated reduction in prices across the agribusiness and agro-industry value chain as rising food costs continue to burden households across the country. In a statement, the chamber warned that Ghana's food system is under significant strain, with rising prices diminishing consumer purchasing power and making nutritious diets inaccessible to many. It says this trend is compelling consumers to resort to cheaper, less nutritious options, increasing the risk of malnutrition and related health concerns. The group is urgent investment in climate-resilient storage facilities, rehabilitation of rural road networks to improve food distribution, and expand access to agricultural financing to ease production costs and sustain farming operations. Well, that'll be all for this edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka here in Accra. For more news, log on to citinewsroom.com. I am Charles Osukumi. Thank you for listening.
Citi News, we speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
Citi 97.3 FM.